Hi, I'm Ellie Castle, and I'm going to be giving an informative speech on how to create a prom. I bet you can remember what you wore to your senior prom if you went, or you've seen pictures that are photographed and put up somewhere from your senior prom. It will probably be always something that you will remember. You think, how did all of this get done? Well, I can tell you because I was on prom committee. This takes a lot of thought and process to create a prom. You can start off with the simple task of figuring out a theme. Themes can vary from anything that the students are wanting to have. That's one thing you have to think about. What are the kids in this school going to want their prom to be? During my prom that I was on prom committee, we had a Neverland theme that was a twist off of the Disney movie Peter Pan. You have to think about all of the thought and process that goes into prom. You have to start off with getting your money somehow. It's just not given to you. You have to figure out ways to fundraise for the prom. It can be bingo, donut sales, orange sales, flower sales, t-shirt sales. It can be a little bit of everything, but you have to figure out what the people in your community are willing to buy and willing to put money towards it. The year that I was on prom committee, I was responsible for creating t-shirts for the boys and girls basketball team during the end of the season. It took a lot of thought and a lot of process to figure out a theme to go with those shirts, but we sold them and we got the money and everything, and it ended up bringing in about $1,500 in about a week by selling shirts. That was a fundraiser that I personally was responsible for. It took a lot of effort and it was a lot of stress, but that was a fundraiser to help my class and my prom. During that time, you have to think about where money is going to go for decorations, food, DJs, janitors, and any other thing that you can think of. You have to think about how much stuff can the sponsors and your fellow classmates create. I can say that my aunt was a sponsor for the junior class and the prom. So there would be many nights that I would come home and I would have to make centerpieces, or I would have to create silhouettes, or stay till 3 o'clock in the morning down at my school to get everything done. That is just with decorating. You have to paint, cut stuff, glue stuff, climb up on ladders, everything that you can think of to get the prom where it should be. Another thing that sponsors have to do would be to figure out money for food. You have to create a menu that you know people will want to eat. You have to think, what are young adults going to want at their prom to eat? This can be tricky because you have to figure out how much money you are willing to spend or how much money you can spend on food. You have to figure out how much to get of each item because you don't want to waste food or money. During this time, you have to create a perfect menu that will appeal to about everyone. You also have to think about your entertainment. For my school, it would be hiring a DJ, and you have to figure out who will be the best and who will you get the best bargain out of. This can be very tricky because you want somebody good, but you don't want to pay a lot of money for it. Also with this, the sponsors are responsible for making sure that a prom court gets set up. This can be hard because you have to decide how many girls and guys will be on the prom You also have to find young children to present the award to them. You have to think about how much money can the junior class or whatever class is sponsoring the prom, how much can they spend on getting crowns and gifts for the court. Another big thing that you might not think of is cleanup. Cleanup is a huge deal. You will pay janitors from your school to come in and clean up after the event. You have to bargain with the people and figure out what they're willing to spend, what you're willing to spend, and how much they're willing to get paid. This can cause some thought and conflict because you have to figure out how much you're willing to pay to get it cleaned up and how fast and it's going to get cleaned up. Prom is a one-night event that lasts for about 4 hours, and it takes a year of planning to get done. I think that many people just think that prom can happen in a month or two. That's really not how it works. And before I was on prom committee, that's how I thought. But I'm here to tell you that if you throw a prom, good luck, because it's a lot of work. It really is. But I hope that I have made you think of and provided you with ideas of how to get a prom to run smoothly. Thank you.